In today's episode, I'm going to tell you why I've got more than one bike problem. So there's some sitting related problems, perfect excuse not to ride a motorcycle. Show you some updates on the garage. This looks like crap. And I may have got slightly distracted and gone to a classic car show. One bike problem to having 3 bike problems. So I had the Grom in the beginning, which was my brother's bike. He wants me to kind of fix up a little bit. And then I had to go and clear out my container. I had a container in North Wales. I cleared that out. We brought back my SV650, which is just an absolute beauty of a bike. 44,000 miles, still going reasonably strong, but like with the other bikes, they've just sat. So there's some sitting related problems, things which have perished, need sorting out, and just other problems that were around before I put them up. The other bike is Georgie, that's my wife. That's her bike, her CBR 500R. Again, sat around, not done much. She's had a pretty good excuse though, rather than just being like a big lazy bum. She's actually been pregnant and had a baby. So like, perfect excuse not to ride a motorcycle. Her bike's actually not in bad condition and did start up pretty much straight away. I just had to charge the battery and fired right up. So that was kind of annoying because, well, no, you know, she just always says her Honda's better. Okay, that's why it's annoying, because she has less problems than my Suzuki. The SV, on the other hand, has had new front wheel bearings, new rear disc, new rear caliper, and I'm having an issue bleeding the rear brakes, which I explain now. So here's the rear brake caliper. Hose goes up here to the foot peg hanger where the master cylinder is, goes up to the reservoir. Okay, so I can draw the fluid through using a syringe. I can suck it out that way, and lots of air comes with it, to be fair. I can't push it back the other way, it just is refusing to. So I've checked the caliper, took the bolt off. I can push fluid through the caliper, okay. Fluid does suck through here, but it's not going back. So either this needs adjusting because the arm is closing over the hole, whatever, or the rubbers inside have perished, which is blocking the hole, which is stopping it from allowing it to come back through. These basically just round out straight away, so that was amazing. These ones came out absolutely fine. That's really upset me, but that's just how this has gone today. The other issue I had is that the indicator stopped working. The previous owner had done some like homebrew potting of like a little circuit board thing, and that failed, but they've also just had some really janky wiring repairs. So in the end I just sort of bypassed what had gone on and wired in my own relay to all the indicators and the switch, and it's working quite nicely. I've also got my own DIY tail tidy on there as well, which again I made before I put the bike up for storage. I think I was probably not working at the time, so I had no money, so rather than spend 80-90 quid on one from a retail outlet, I purchased some steel and just cut one out of some steel and bent it. It's okay, janky, but it's okay. You can't see it most of the time, so that's fine. Apart from that, I think the SV just needs a really good scrub and it should be good to go. I need to put it back together, figure out what that brake problem is, and get some like indicator spacers to mount the indicators that I've got in the front fairing. So as you can basically see, it's a mess in here. It doesn't look very nice, and looks aren't really that important because Amazon looks like crap, but it sells the most amount of stuff because it's functional, and the systems around it help it be functional. Get your stuff really quickly next day, make you purchase more things. Amazon has a great system even though it looks like crap. This looks like crap and has no system. So effectively, it's got a little bit messy recently. Stuff hasn't been put back properly. Things have been pulled out. More stuff has been added, to be quite frank. And it's becoming a little unworkable. And having to maneuver bikes around, get them out, put them in, to do work on them is maybe a small reason as to why progress has been slow. A lot of it is just me not really having a lot of time or being able to prioritize it correctly. Hey, that's on me. But this doesn't help, because if a 5-minute job, oh, I'll just pop into the garage, let me go and do this little 5-minute job, that's easy. And then you walk in here and you're like, oh, well, actually got to clear the entrance to the door, open the door, which is a bit crap anyway, get the bike out, find all the bits I need to do the job, do it, tidy up, put everything back in and away. It might be an hour, you know. Or in my head it's, oh, that's a huge job, ah! So it's really about making this space work better for me. Not necessarily make it look pristine, perfect and showroom ready, but just look a little bit better than what it does. Is a mess. So I've come up with a little plan. I've written a plan down on a bit of paper. I think paper's a brilliant medium, which a lot of people don't use anymore. So I'm going to categorize all of the stuff. So in here largely we've got tools, parts for motorcycles and cars. I've got some camping equipment which I might move into the house. Again, this is not the most waterproof environment, so that might, any like fabric stuff might come out. Gardening tools, they need to go as well, because I've got a garden store outside which has got some other bits in it which probably also need to be rehoused. And then anything which is rubbish or for sale needs to go. So it's basically going to be tools, parts, and then also stuff which is just in here under storage. So there's a few different categories. Hopefully if it's neat and organized and in one space, that'll make it a lot more workable, do more things. And then also these are metal as well. These are a steel shelving system from Halfords. Got 3 for like 60 quid, which is pretty decent. It's 3 for 2, £29 each. Anyway, you do the maths. Really good. I'm going to get some of that magnetic paper, which you may have seen in my video at Infinity, where I ranked all of the BMWs. Hopefully that comes out before this video, but I don't know, because I find it quite hard to do stuff sometimes. Anyway, we can label it all up so it all looks nice and pretty. But for now, I need to actually start tidying up. Oh, and I drew like a basic plan as well of what I wanted it to look like. Whether that makes any sense or whether that's even to scale or going to work, I don't know. Anyway, start putting stuff back together now. So first up, this has all just got nonsense on it, as in it's just a bit of a mess. I mean, that's a tool, that's some oil, that's a box, that's a part of motorbike bits, and oh, so's that. There's actually 2 motorbike bit part boxes next to each other, but I know I've got 3 motorbike part box bits, so that can all be condensed. So let's just try and work away with what we've got here. Camping, gas cooker, camping. Oh look, the oil and filter for the CBR. So the CBR needs an oil change because it's sat for like 2 years, and I don't know when it was serviced last before then. So definitely oil and filter change. Well, that is motorcycle. Here is the CBR exhaust as well. That needs cleaning up properly. And a bit of plastic. I think that's for a car. So wherever the car bit is. I don't think I've got a car box. This is a big tool, so it kind of does need its own space on the shelf, but if I'm allocating this to car parts, it needs to move for a sec. Big up Parkside, by the way. Got myself a Parkside circular saw. Also repping the Parkside dungarees. So I've got this empty shelf now, which I've put these 2 bars. These are actually from my car, so I guess that makes sense. They go on the car parts shelf. So this box here, this box over here is predominantly car parts. Sort of rear wiper mechanism. Georgie's quite a fan of deleting rear wipers, and therefore I've just got a couple laying around in case she ever wants to revert back to standard. I don't think she's ever going to revert back to standard. Are straps tools? I don't know. They're fastenings? Securings. Right, I'm actually just going to like speed run this shit now. Okay, so just deciding on doing the car parts bit and cracking on has kind of spurred me to continue with the rest of it. I was really dreading doing this because you look at the mess and just kind of want to pull your hair out and pop a fuse. So the first bit's done. I just looked for the car part, put it on the car part shelf. If in that box there wasn't any more car parts, I moved on to the next box. I didn't just carry on sorting out that first box. That's a bit of a trap. Also, I've allocated I allocated 2 shelves to car parts, but I've only used 1 so far. There are some really bulky items which won't fit on the shelf, so I've actually attached one to the roof over there. I've done that before. And another one, maybe you have to do the same sort of thing, but we'll cross that bridge. For now though, I'm just going to work through my categories as I'd listed out, and then maybe do one of those cool like... Okay, so I finished doing my tidy. This wasn't like a whole garage renovation because project scope creep is real. But I have just tidied up and organised what I've done. So let's have a little look at the baby steps I took today. It's all pretty straightforward, to be honest. Fluids and fuels, tools. Got a little bit of a workstation there with stuff that's in progress. All the parts and things on one shelf. All like the house stuff and tools on one shelf. Bulky items down the end. And then this leaves this tiny clear alleyway for fitting 3 motorcycles. So let's see how that goes. Should have started with the smallest one first really, but pull that one in. There's 1 in, 2 more to go. This next one should be a lot easier. That was actually quite easy. Do the one I'm really not looking forward to. For the sake of not damaging this anymore, just going to take it off now. Almost. If you just look at this, it is very tight, and obviously the door doesn't yet shut, so I need them to in a bit more. This side is now accessible to me, so I can still do the... You have to drill those out. That's just... I really just wanted to avoid having to do anything serious to this bike, but hey-o, at least I'll be inside. I've got a light, I can do it at night time, because actually when I do it at dusk, I get bit a lot. Rather than fix my motorbikes again, I've decided to come to the Alton Car Show. Alton Classic Car Show. Cool, I'm just going to overlay I'm just going to overlay my favourites from today. Yeah. Should we go down this alleyway? Yeah. Are you excited to go to the Classic Car Show, babe? I am, yeah. Can you go down this alley? Let's find out. So today we've decided to go to the Alton Classic Car Show rather than do anything on the motorbikes, because this is the ultimate distraction. It's in Alton. They do it every year. Not Alton. Not Alton like the park. Alton like the towers, but not near Alton Towers. Alton in Hampshire. Oops, sorry. Aha, so they close off the high street in Alton.
I am waiting for a bus at the end of the night, under street lamp, bed face flamed by the light. sun.